Or you could cut the house down too. No, you didn't. How does it feel to go through your whole life as a liar, Jay? A liar.
Is the thing hot now?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was walking around the Tenderloin in San Francisco and ran into this guy standing
Tenderloin?
Yeah, and this guy was telling me about like how Jesus was black.
Okay.
Because in the book of Revelation it says that he has hair like wool and feet like brass. And the guy was standing there with no shirt on telling me this.
I'm about it.
That's what was funny.
All right. Oh no, I messed it up. I messed it up because
That's the right thing. It's so weird. So is there music in this thing right now, or is it just
Woo! 21 frames a second. Come on, everybody.
Yeah, we're getting aggressive.
We're getting aggressive.
For 2019.
We're getting aggressive. I'm trying to get my frames per second back up. God, what's going on here? Everything's okay, Steve?
Yeah.
We're trying to get it going. See how that's flashing? I think I'm asking too much of it.
Is it all lagging out and shit?
I hope not.
It was
It
doing
says
that last
30
week.
now. I think we're okay.
It was kind of funny last week, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
When it was lagging out.
Fucking Guido Sarducci.
Guido Sarducci. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Joining us tonight, legendarily so, my man,
Right
Aaron,
on.
the Metal Theologian. We hope everybody is having a great Friday night.
And I got dressed for some grown man business here, too.
Yeah, of course. That's what we had to do, man.
Yeah, I'm going to try and see some shit now, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm just delete. Hang on, I need to delete this whole thing.
What whole thing?
I'm just removing
The
it.
butthole thing?
I'm removing everything. This thing's getting all choppy and fruity about it. So I'm sorry about the choppiness of the stream tonight. Look at this. Yeah, cha 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 cha. I know. I'm trying to get rid of it.
With the black.
With the black, yeah, I know. We did that for a quick second. Hopefully this will calm back down.
It seems to be playing fine to me.
Okay, Steve says it's okay. Maybe I'm just hypersensitive about this. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. You coming all the way the fuck up here, man. How far of a drive is this?
This is about, I don't know, maybe 700 miles.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, I'm
man.
kidding. It took about, I don't know how far it is. I suppose I could have looked at a map.
It's 5 hours and 6 minutes without like stupid delay.
I left at like 11:30, a little after 11:30, and I got to Winston around 4:30.
Wow.
And that was like, with a little bit of traffic in Charlotte, but not a whole shitload. It was a pretty reasonable drive, man. I only stopped once.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
This is crazy because I was communicating with the cameraman earlier this week, and he's up in Chicago doing some just some grown man business up that way, and we're talking like, man, it's crazy. Like, for the longest time, man, when we first started Grown Man Record Night, it was on my iPhone 3, right?
Wow.
iPhone 3, on a little coat hanger display, playing records that we were jamming in the house for a chick at work that was like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm not going to leave my house and check it out. And I'm like, oh, there's a way we can broadcast that, right? I was searching out websites, and so many years ago, that's where Record Night came from. And now there's a dude who became friends with, driving like freaking 5 hours to come hang out and do that with us in the same spot that we did that. It's like, how bonkers is that? What kind of time are we living in, man? Seriously, what kind of time are we living in? But it's an awesome time for some shit like that to happen.
Yeah, it's really true, man. I mean, for all the shit, people bitch about, internet age and kids these days, which is what it all sounds like anyway. But, The downside is something like records become popular again and get expensive, and it becomes kind of a pain in the ass if you've already been collecting. But the upside is shit like this. Oh my god, look at that. My fucking
Bam!
on there too. God damn.
Look at that. And I even added, if you notice, down here on
Yeah.
the texture behind the graphic. That's a vinyl record. That's the texture of a record behind there.
Oh shit, man.
I'm just telling you.
So you're watching. This place is enormous. It's like
It's
the
a
size.
warehouse.
It's like a fucking, aircraft hangar or something like that.
The studio's.
It's called a soundstage.
I wanted to start this thing where this was like Boards of Canada. It's an abandoned missile silo. It's underground. There's these secret coordinates. You can't find it. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Did they really do that?
That was the rumor, and I think they did. They bought it's in Scotland, Pentland Yard, I think it is,
Okay.
Scotland, which is like, yeah, it's like rural baloney-ness.
Huh.
And supposedly there was like a little entrance, and it goes underground to a bunker, and that's where they record all their stuff. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I wanted to just say that's what we do, because that's, So I wanted to let everybody know that we did create a Twitter page this week. If you follow us on our Facebook page, which we appreciate you, Facebook is so weird that like you only get
Farley's cool. Sorry, man. Farley's cool.
Yeah, Farley's cool.
Okay, I don't know. He likes what's going on.
All right, I like him. What's up, Farley? Yeah, let us know what's going on in the chat, somebody.
Farley's a fellow Southerner.
You got it?
too.
Southerner, where's he from?
He is from Georgia, and I'm not talking Atlanta.
Okay.
Just Al.
You know, the boss man is down in Albany, Georgia now. That's like southern. Albany?
The home of Ray Charles, right?
Home of
Is
Ray
it?
Charles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna bring the chat up here. Stop
There's a
talking.
place, if you go driving up, fucking, I don't know, 41 or something like that. I don't remember. If you go driving up a certain way, they're like, you're going towards Myrtle Beach or Florence or something like that. There's a town called Andrews.
Yeah.
That's where Chubby Checker's from.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if everyone...
He used to see the Coltrane stuff.
You know
There's
my-
like a little fucking sign like this that says, "Welcome to Andrews, home of Chubby Checker." It's
You know,
like,
my
you take a
dad's
little
from
more pride.
My dad's from Dillon.
Really?
Yeah.
You need to go see the Coltrane statue in High Point.
It's in High Point.
I do.
Coltrane,
I did go to the Coltrane Church in San Francisco.
He
You ever hear
spent a
about
good deal
that?
of his early life here, and man, that's the biggest thing I'm proud of about High Point, North Carolina.
I'll tell you, that did kind of feel a little bit like a pilgrimage coming here. Not the Grown Man record night didn't feel like a pilgrimage, because it did.
Oh, fucking A.
But you know, the home
What
of
up,
John
Dead Wax?
Coltrane is a pretty big deal too. So.
What up, Curtis? What up, Corey? Farley? Shane? Speaking of Shane, you know what it takes to me in mind to be a champion is not to really step up and just really do what you got to do. It's when you step up and do what you got to do and you fall. You fall like a man, but you fall. And you know what you do? You pick up, you get aggressive, you come right back. And the next week, if you're Shane Rocky, you take the title back. The Nightbot Chatter of the Week. This week, Shane Rocky, after losing the title, the strap, to Zeke the Geek last week, came back strong, took it back from him. Number one chatter last week. Shane, congratulations. We appreciate the Evan hell balls out of you,
Why don't
man.
you mail him something?
We'll mail you,
Email him something.
I got some property. And you know where Randolph County, North Carolina is? I got some I really do own some property down there.
Really?
I can't prove that it perks. That's become the problem. I can't prove that it perks. And then if you can't prove that you got a perking situation, you got nothing. All right, Jay, no microphone.
Yeah, get on the mic, Jay.
All right, so let's get into it.
You know what's starting to piss me off is the brim of this hat, like scraping against that curtain.
It's scraping it.
Yeah, God damn it, my ball. Jesus Christ. You know, once upon a time, I was young.
Yeah.
Camera adds another 20 hairs.
Speaking of being young, I'm going to go straight up interviewer on you here for a little bit now.
All right. I'll put it with the chips.
Big YouTuber. You got some subscribers. You got people that look at your videos in terms of metal music. You got people that pay attention to what you say. I like to hear everybody's musical journey. So tell me, from a little bitty metal theologian, what's the first? Where are you from originally?
Oh, Jesus.
Cleveland, is that right, or the Ohio area?
No, I grew up in Cleveland, mostly. I mean, I kind of grew up in a couple places, but mostly Cleveland, yeah.
So in
Keep
that
it simple.
the early age, you talking? What's the first music you remember like really getting into? I mean, for me, it was like my parents' 45s, like
Yeah.
Chuck Berry and some bullshit. That was,
Well, your parents had cooler 45s. You know what the first thing that I remember getting into was that wasn't like, one of those Peter Pan records of like
Yeah.
the Monster Mash or some
Yeah.
shit like that,
Yep.
where they didn't want to pay the original artist.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got a lot of those.
I'll bet you too. It was Simon and Garfunkel.
Right on. That was some of mine early on. Yeah.
I loved that shit when I was like 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
I remember we had friends that we would go visit every year in Boston for Easter. I was born in Boston, so like I said, I was trying to keep it simple. So my parents still had friends there. And I would look forward to driving up there because they had a couple different Simon and Garfunkel records from my mom.
Yeah.
So
I was really into them. They were really influential listening wise and like guitar playing wise, and also Peter, Paul, and Mary. My mom was a big Peter, Paul, and Mary fan.
Really?
Yeah, so it was kind of that same vibe. So you go from like that kind of shit when you're a young man. Obviously, it eventually evolved into like punk rock and metal music kind of stuff. How did you make that? Was it a traditional teenage angst kind of jump to that trip, or was it? How did that get from there to there?
all right, in retrospect, God, it's so weird to like be interviewed. I mean, you actually fucking. I mean, can y'all tell like how he sounds like a professional here doing this
Tell you,
shit?
man.
This is
Get aggressive. It's 2019.
this isn't bullshit.
It's like 2007. 2019. Get aggressive.
That's what we're doing. We gotta start the show over.
3, 2.
1. Welcome to Grown Man Records.
Yeah. But yeah, so going to the
I
metal.
really got into music when I was a little bit older than the Simon and Garfunkel thing. That was like when I was a little kid, like with my
Sure.
parents' records. And I was still a little kid with the other shit. But like when I was about 11 and 12, like early days of MTV, that was when I started really listening to music and kind of developing my own taste.
Sure.
And the first record I ever bought for myself was the first Men at Work record.
Oh,
As
yeah.
usual, which I don't have anymore. But I played the shit out of it. And
I always say, like, living with Cameraman, when he moved in with me, and I'm like, oh, this record's terrific, the first Men at Work. And we were listening to it and jamming. I'm like, fidelity-wise, it's a great record if you've ever heard it. It's like, man, this is really recorded well.
dude, I had a shitty tape.
Then
I believe you.
Then I pulled it out, and I'm like, yeah. And it's like, who can it be at my door? And I'm like, I'm this guy already. And then it gets to the verse where he's like, I'm happy here with my childhood friend. And I'm like, my best friend from elementary school is living with me. And I'm like, this song is about my life. It blew me away. And ever since then, I've been the biggest Men at Work fan. That entire song is about my life. I'm the paranoid that won't answer the door. I peek through the freaking blinds. I'm a nut job. But I'm real good at it. And that's all you got to be, is be good at something.
It's funny because back then, like the whole sort of comic thing, like really appealed to me, and now I'm like the opposite. Like that kind of keeps me away from reaching for that stuff anymore, So I've just gotten like old and bitter, is what happened, I think. No, I'm kidding. I think my taste just changed a little bit. I used to like when I first got into Anthrax. Okay.
Yeah.
So
what's the first like band with some balls to it that you really really grabbed a hold of?
you know something? The second tape I ever bought was Eliminator by ZZ Top.
Sure. Okay.
And I wouldn't necessarily say that has a shitload of balls, like compared to the shit I got into later. But looking back when I was like 11, and like I just had that thing. I remember listening to that fucking tape and thinking, that guy's been playing guitar for like 5 minutes, maybe not that long really, but he's been playing guitar for like a long time, and like there hasn't been a verse, and I'm still really interested, and just like being aware of that and going, God damn,
Yeah.
I still think Billy Gibbons is great, better than most guitar players.
Oh, yeah.
I don't say that a lot of the time.
He has a sensibility to him that's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it just works.
So I got into Deep Purple though when with some friends, when I was a little bit older than that, and then AC/DC, and then kind of from there, and it was kind of happening during the '80s. So it was all over the place, and that was sort of like the music that you were into if you weren't like into the top 40 shit,
Right.
A lot of my friends were in that sort of thing too. So when a lot of these bands are coming out, I mean, I tended to gravitate towards the American thrash to a degree that I'm not really proud of anymore because I was living in Germany then, and there's some fucking bands I probably could have seen if I had
Sure.
had a little bit more. But yeah, but that was really it then, man. I just stayed into metal. I had a brief pause when I was in college, but I got back into it like in the early
Because
90s.
I've had the same thing. I've talked to Fever about this. Like, you know, he's a little bit older than me, so it's like what I know of like the 80s.
Yeah, he's fucking old.
Growing up was like, you know, I was a kid, so I knew
Right.
the bullshit that was on the radio. Not everything's bullshit. I mean, Michael Jackson's Thriller and Genesis' Invisible Touch. Those are good.
That's all you, man.
I mean, that's good records. You know what I mean? It's I don't, you know, it's I'm not going to put it on my top 10 list.
I think
but
they're good records to shove up your ass.
well, you know, I mean, there's some things from there that I'm nostalgic about that I like, but in the same way that I was in the 90s, Fever was in the 80s. He was like a college man, and like, no, there was this Athens scene where all these bands, and
Yeah.
there was this scene with all these bands, and I'm like, I just know it was on the radio because I was fucking 7, 8 years old, you know. But it's interesting. That's kind of the same thing. But you mentioned Germany, which that led me to. I know you've lived in a lot of different places. How do you
Where in Germany?
I was in Erlangen.
get on the mic,
We're in
Steve?
Hanau.
Yeah.
How do you think that bouncing around different places? How do you think that affected your taste in music?
It's funny. I think we were just talking about this earlier. I think if there's one thing in my life, it's funny. It was that I got into Deep Purple so early, and specifically being in Germany because I always feel like a fucking pretentious shit saying, "Oh, my taste is so European." You know what I mean? I don't mean it like that at all.
European.
Yeah, it's fucking. You know, I don't go for that pretentious shit at all. But like over here, when people talk about like important early heavy bands, people talk about Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, and over there it's Black Sabbath and Deep Purple.
Huh.
And to this day, I have come to really appreciate Zeppelin and really like that shit, but they're still kind of an also-ran to me. Compared to Deep Purple, it's just no comparison. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like comparing having a handful of peanuts to having sex.
It's funny because I was actually kind of playing. There was a Zeppelin song on the radio earlier in the week, and I'm driving in the car, and I'm kind of playing Devil's Advocate while I'm driving. And I'm like, this is a great song. I love the song. But I'm like, being Mr. Asshole guy as I'm driving, I'm like, who recorded these drums? Where was he recorded? In the bathroom? He's the greatest drummer in the world. Yeah, this is the greatest drummer in the world, the guy playing in the bathroom right now. And I'm like, God, people would just hang me for saying this. But I thought it was funny anyway. But yeah, that's real interesting.
You know what's funny though is I didn't really. I mean, I kind of like Led Zeppelin for a long time, and I actually liked them like just the right amount where I felt very comfortable like talking a lot of shit about them just to like bait people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But you know what? When it really sort of clicked for me with Led Zeppelin, I came to appreciate it probably more than ever was after I started making videos and Garner did something about blues rock. I mean, a lot of people talk about blues rock, but he was talking about this fucking Savoy Brown record, which isn't even like the best record. And I was like, you know, so what the hell? Check it out. And I fucking loved it. And it just opened the door for blues rock for me. That was when I discovered like the early Fleetwood Mac records and all that kind of shit. And that was when I listened to Zeppelin and went, okay, this blues thing that they're doing, I get it now. You know what I mean? I'm on board with this shit. Not like, God damn it, I wish they'd fucking play a real riff and cut this blues shit.
So after all of this, you've ended up in like South Carolina, which is kind of weird. What's the scene like down where you're at in terms of records? Like shit you can pick up, you know, from the thrift stores to the record stores. Is there a scene? Is there a record scene down that way? Yonder?
I don't want to say no because there might be a lot going on that I don't necessarily know about. Because I kind of do my own thing, you know what I mean? I mean, if you work in a record store in Charleston, you've probably seen me more than once. I mean, I know everyone at, you know, the main place I go to. But I wouldn't say that I do a whole lot, though. You know what I mean? Probably my main outlet for it is the YouTube channel, so.
So what would you, I mean, do you have places you can go, though?
There are a couple good places, but
sparse?
bands don't really go there. It's pretty sparse.
You go
Really?
online?
Huh?
You go
Yeah,
online?
I do. And, I mean, I
You
do
ever
like to go...
Columbia?
Yeah, Columbia's better
Papa
than
Jazz.
Papa Jazz is awesome, right? But they're awesome because they're like an old style record store where it's sort of you go to there to see what you can find and not you go there with specific titles in mind, you know. So yes, there's Monster Records in Charleston. I go there a lot. There was a Grave Face there until the end of the year. Hopefully they'll have another spot soon, but There's actually a new place downtown too that I went to once, but I've only been there once, which is kind of lame, but it's the truth.
So if somebody hand me something to drink, even a natural light, just old beer, old cold beer.
I wouldn't mind another one of these too. If,
Get a hold of some of it now.
Cool, zero sugar.
that's right, man. Because I'll get too hyper.
How long have you been making videos on YouTube? When did you get into the YouTube game?
Well, I've been doing it as long as you.
As long, or longer?
No,
I figured you've been there longer.
Oh no,
No,
you were doing it first.
we were doing it first.
Oh yeah, totally. No, I've been doing it like 5 or 6 years now. Though I think I started in I want to say the summer of 2014.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
But I'm kind of guessing.
What?
No, that's not right.
Why did you start doing videos
Thanks.
on YouTube,
Appreciate it, man. Oh, thanks.
Steve? Don't hold me on. I'll hold you on.
Okay.
I get paid to hold people. You didn't tell me nothing.
I don't really know why I
Aggressive,
started doing
son.
it in
Sorry.
retrospect. No,
You just kind of
we're getting aggressive, man. It's fucking
just-
2019.
you just felt like it.
I don't know. I found the videos. I think I was looking for something about jazz because I was like, I don't know, looking for some jazz I hadn't heard before, and I don't know why I started looking in the first place, but I think I came across something of Derek's and watched some of that, and then found other channels.
Is that like the first? What's the first few? Derek's channel and
yeah, probably.
cool. Derek's a cool guy. Little spring water.
Yeah, he's okay, but he kind of does his own thing. You know what I mean? Sort of like Grown Man Record Night, I suppose. This is
Yeah.
kind of its own thing.
I mean, we beat our own drum, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably the one who really got me into it though was Greeno more than anyone else.
Greeno's fantastic.
Yeah, because I found it like him and LJ, and then I found that guy Lazarus too. Although he'd already quit making videos about a year prior, and it took me a while to figure it out.
So we're talking
do
like what year are we talking right here?
Who's that?
I was on the back one. I saw that back one.
I think I've been doing it 5 years,
5 years.
and the reason I know you've been doing it longer is because I kind of became friends with Greeno a little bit just because I left a lot of comments on his videos
Yeah, I
and
think
shit. We
Greeno
ended up talking back and
came
forth.
before you did. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He like a year or something like that. He had a lot of videos.
Yeah, he
I watched
did.
a bunch of
Those
videos.
are great.
Yeah, so I don't know. I ended up like sort of exchanging some messages with him, and he just encouraged me. So I was like,
That's
"Well, the
cool,
hell with
man.
it."
Man, we appreciate you, Greeno. Greeno won our first contest.
Yeah, I actually do remember that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And he got a
Keep
like
it
a
moving contest?
the Keep It Moving contest.
Yeah.
He won a $20 eBay gift certificate, and
That's
so
awesome.
pick out a record, and we'll make it work, man.
So when I started doing this, though, he told me about Grown Man Record.
That's very
So
cool.
that's the
And
connection.
we appreciate you. You mentioned us earlier in the week, or so. I didn't even see it. I watched some of the video, but I was doing something else, and I kind
Yeah,
of
whatever, man. You have to watch my videos. We can sleep.
No, I zip through things. Yeah, that's how I do everything that way. And
Just generally,
but I was like,
not just YouTube
you
shit.
got a new subscriber. You got a new subscriber. I'm like, fuck, man. And I'm like, no, somebody's doing something. Somebody's doing.
That's
I mean,
funny. I kind of can't believe that, man. I mean, my channel,
I'm a charming dude, but
I am very proud that many people would subscribe to my bullshit. You know what I mean?
I love it.
But I don't, I don't know.
Oh, this is
I don't
like
feel like I'm a fucking star.
when you walk into this room right here. This is Delusions of Grandeur 101.
Join the party. Close the door on
You're
me.
showing the whiteboard.
Door on me! Don't close the door on
You
me!
can't get aggressive with the door in the shot.
Goddamn, we have to
Look,
start the
fucking
show over
amateur,
now.
amateur. 3, 2, 1. I'm not a part of an amateur
Welcome to Grown Man
organization.
Record Night.
This is a fucking pro situation here. It's a professional. That's what pro's short for.
So what are we talking about? I forgot now.
Fuck.
We're talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
Yeah. But it was interesting, just kind of the evolution of the VC and what it was, what I found it to be, and what I knew it to be before I was involved, and now what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
What's your impressions of the VC nowadays? How involved are you with the VC?
Man, you know something? I feel
Cool.
kind of bad. There are people who are like involved, and like
Yeah.
I've kind of wandered off a lot. You know what I mean? I still watch shit. I mean, I watch it a lot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I'm not as good about staying on top of communicating with people as I ought to be. To really sort of get involved with it. But that's just the way it goes. People come reach out to me. I'm totally there.
I'll tell you,
Unless you're really an asshole.
dude, Chris from Disky Lane Farm, he is the king of like watching your videos, responding to your videos. Rob from Boston,
Yeah, well,
Same
he's
thing.
insane. That's just unbelievable.
It's like, dude, you were so on
I
it.
don't hear any music.
No music?
I don't think.
Okay. We'll make it work, Steve. That's what I do.
No audio either.
Should still be playing.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Stay here behind the door.
Get on the mic, Jay.
Haven't been any audio.
No, you're
Haven't been any audio since day one.
Jay.
Something like that.
You run a lap, and I'm not even going to do it with you. You do it by your goddamn self, Jay.
We can replace the video of Carl on the trampoline with one of Jay doing push-ups.
Jay doing some laps.
Go lap around the house.
Well, the laps
Oh, I
would be
love
tougher
it.
to film.
I love it.
Tommy.
I'd like
Um,
to see that.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's kind of what I had in mind. Like, I just want to kind of get a feel, like where you're at today. Man, that's a long journey, man.
You know where I am today is I'm just like enjoy making videos. It's like comfortable. It's funny. I look at my early ones. You know, I was going to tell this before and I forgot. If it weren't for Spencer, who, you know, longtime viewers may be aware of the existence
Yeah.
of. Spencer made a lot of videos with me for a while too, and he's bigger now and less interested. I don't blame him for that in the slightest. But
China Ditch Records. Zeke's on here. Aaron Griffin. What
When-
up, guys? Smash that like, bros. What?
smash that like button.
Catch up with us on the socials. Get connected. Get smart. Get aggressive. You can
For
do something about it,
2019.
or I can do something about it for you. And let me tell you something. You're not going to like it if I do it for you. Because you know what? Pain's my fucking middle name. I'm sorry, Steve. What are we doing? I know what we're doing.
That's all good. Whatever. So when I made that first video,
Yeah.
I uploaded it.
Absolutely, you did.
And then I went and then I went to bed and I got up in the morning. I was like, "What the fuck was I thinking, man? I'm gonna go delete that shit before anyone sees it. It's just fucking
Oh,
dumb."
wow.
What was it? And Spencer taught me out of it.
Yeah.
He was like, "You know something? Just leave it up there for a little while. Just see what happens." I got some comments from people who, you know, I'd already kind of interacted with.
Sure.
Like people chiming in and chatting, but I just felt good, so I kept with it.
God bless an audience. I don't know where I would be without it.
And when Rob from Boston started commenting on my videos, that was when I felt like I had made it.
Damn right, man. Yeah.
That's like the sign.
Oh, that's it.
You know what it's like
made
is
it.
you remember on
You got something to say?
remember on MySpace how like when you started a MySpace account you were automatically friends with Tom.
Yeah.
That's what subscribing to Rob from Boston
That's exactly
is like.
right.
That's how you join, is by subscribing to him.
Damn right.
It's like being friends with Tom.
It is. It really is.
Hope you guys are all writing this down.
Write it down, everybody.
No, just fucking smash that subscribe to Rob Boston.
Yeah,
Rob
do
from
it.
Boston button.
I can't do everything for you. Go do it. Do you even own a mouse?
Who the
I'll
hell
s-
are you talking to?
I'll send you Mises. Moo.
What we got playing in the Atari out there?
Jay, what is it? What is that on there? Suspiria
Is it the spirit? Oh, the fuck
is
is that?
playing.
That was some John Hagee shit before. You know, my old, not my landlord, but his wife was like really into John Hagee. Remember,
Really?
I was trying to talk with her one time, and it was just uncomfortable because she was buying into this blood moon shit, and I was like,
There's a blood
fuck
moon
are you
tomorrow.
Who she's talking about is
Yeah, there you go, Steve.
yeah, there's little context.
kids and the occult.
In case you aren't all on board with the fucking televangelist.
You know what
About
Steve just
John
did?
Hagee.
What'd Steve do?
He fucking got aggressive. What are you guys talking about? I'll go grab the case and I'll shove it in front of the camera. You know why? Because he's fucking aggressive. There's the other case. Get
Yeah.
loose on it.
Fascinating to watch.
Your
That's
shoulders
classic,
loose.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's the original.
Let's do a little pummeling. Jay,
What?
yawning, not appreciated.
Sure it is.
No, sir.
Jay's sitting down, too. And he should know that there's no sitting down during Grown Man Record
All
Night.
right.
I'd be,
3 out of
if there
4
was
people
one
are
more
sitting
chair,
down.
I'd
What
be
are you
sitting down.
We got chairs. There's a chair
I
outside.
kept going out to my car thinking, I gotta have a chair.
No, there's chairs outside.
What?
Yep.
I think they've been pissed at by somebody.
Oh, out.
No, there ain't nobody being pissing.
You know what
Let's
the best
shoot
thing about that
somebody.
picture is?
What's
That
that?
it says Mitchum on the guitar.
Yeah,
Like that's part of the package.
it is. Little Grown Man Record Night, little Mitchum.
Little Woody Guthrie.
Is that,
This-
is that the piss chair he's sitting in?
No,
Am I
sir.
sitting in the piss chair?
No, sir.
It's okay.
Whoa, that's inappropriate.
No, dude.
Milk cow.
That's getting aggressive is what that is.
That is aggressive. Touche. Let's get into a little bit of what we played this evening.
What did we play this evening?
A couple of things that I started out with that was things were hanging around the turntable. I may have pooched a needle this evening.
It'd be funny if like half the show was like playing like shit because the needle was all jacked.
Yeah.
It would suck for your records, but it'd be good for posterity.
I
think
will
they were
say,
fine.
Now
I'm
look,
just
I
kidding.
can't show them, but if you guys know the Shure white label cartridges, it's a DJ cartridge. We like the DJ cartridges. We do have two turntables here on the program, and we like the ability to put on the headphones and back cue, so we can, just like DJs, cue up, and we're not over here with scribby
That's
scraps.
good stuff. I don't know how to do that.
But we like to cue things up so we can get it, right. So we want da 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 to go into da dum 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 dum. Even if it's two different genres, we want those two things to work out. So we need DJ cartridges to
Right.
back cue. We've been using the Shure white label, and apparently they've been discontinued. So I'm looking for good DJ carts. And I've been these were $75 a
When I
piece.
lean on them, they won't
Yeah,
bend.
we're rough on we're rough on them. We're rough on shit, bro. So I'm looking for something for an aggressive DJ cartridge.
Cartridges you get when you go camping.
If you had a B&L, I could tell you where to go.
I mean, I'm just saying. Who's saying stuff?
Jay's talking about Crosley's.
I'll check. I
So we'll get a couple.
I said I'd check.
Zeke said he had a piss chair in college. Aaron, sit up. Vinyl Richie says.
That's funny.
Are you slouching?
I am
Are you
slouching,
slouching?
just like
Alright,
it is
that's
the chair, man.
Fucking chair.
That's not aggressive.
When I met Fever earlier for the first time, I was
Well,
like,
you can
shit,
chill
you're
down.
taller than I thought.
He ain't tall.
That's not saying he's tall. He's taller than I thought, though. He's like, I didn't think he was any taller than me, and he's probably
It's
too.
the chair.
Oh.
It is the chair, you're
You
right.
look like you're like, and your chair's already above him to begin with. So
Well, it's because
you
I'm
got a foot on it.
I'm 6'8".
That's okay. Yeah.
You guys ever seen it?
Yeah, he's taller than, like, if you watch Rhett and Link, he's taller than Rhett, man.
And that's about 29 inch. If you want to come grab a hold of some of it, we can arrange something.
We can't do that on camera, can we?
I will assure you, you will not appreciate the outcome about it.
Man, there's so many places I could go with that,
I'm
but I think I'm
sorry.
just going to let it go.
Billabands says, what is the first truly metal record?
Oh, the first metal record? We're gonna talk about it coming up.
You want to
actually.
talk about that? Are we going to talk about that?
It's coming up.
Metal
The
record?
first metal, you think Mastodon's the first metal
No,
record?
sir. It's coming
I was
soon
gonna
in
say-
the stack into what we played.
I try to be polite.
This was left on the turntable. Mastodon, Crack the Sky, which I picked up used from 2009,
Most people say
from Underdog. This was a VG, he said, for $7. A Mastodon record for freaking $7.
It's not bad, man. Even if it's a fucking, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, terrific record.
Nice cover.
This was also left on the table from last week. Les McCann, Live at Montreux, my favorite record of all time.
Hey, I missed the Mastodon record completely, and when I first got the Twitch notification that they were going, it was before I'll have you all know. The Les
Where's
McCann was
Black?
playing, and I was sitting on Fever's
Are we
toilet.
black?
No, we shouldn't be in black.
It says Grown Men Record Night went offline.
No, sir.
No, maybe it's me. Let
What
me
happened?
Let me exit and come back in.
Okay.
I hope it was just the.
Freaking me out, Steve. You're freaking me out, Steve.
You know, the best part about the show is that you're like pros and like know what you're doing and shit. And there's still all this baloney.
Live.
32 viewers.
Live throws the biggest. Nope, not offline. Zeke says, you lose, Steve.
No, I got it back.
Take a lap.
It was me. It was me.
You are
Oh shit. Excuse me.
frame rate, slow frame rate on the YouTube.
Well, that's because we're getting
Nope,
aggressive.
It says 30. It's because we're getting aggressive. It's too fast. You have this,
Put that
right?
chair- we need
I got that because I heard it on Grown Man Record Night.
Yeah.
to put it on a box.
That's a
That's an all-timer right there.
It's an alt. It's number
Yeah.
one. It's what it is, Jay.
that is a really fun record.
number one in your
No,
heart.
And you know something? You know, since I'm like, paying my homage to Grown Man Record Night tonight anyway.
Aaron says Steve's offline.
I'll tell you that
God damn
that
it,
record
love
I
it.
probably wouldn't have come to appreciate if it hadn't been for the show. Because the first song is a cover
Right
of
on.
what's going on. It's some really stupid kind of cover. You know what I mean? I mean, not to like shit on your favorite
The
record or
first
anything,
one?
but
Oh.
the very first song on that is like a Marvin Gaye cover, something really obvious where I'd be like, man, don't fucking phone it in, you know?
No.
What's going on?
Yeah, I thought it was What's Going On.
It's on here.
Really?
It's not the first song. It's right before North Carolina.
Okay. There's North
What's
Carolina
the first song?
Is that the one with the sample from
Casino.
Casino? Yeah.
Compared to what? I can be somebody can beat my ass, punch my face, or I can have the flu. And this happened literally last year. I had the flu. I was laying in bed, and my girlfriend calls me like day 2 when I'm like, I'm dealing with it. I've already like Price is Right, Advil, cold and sinus, chicken souped it at this point. My girlfriend calls me and she says, "Are you doing okay?" And I said, "Compared to what?" That's my answer for like, "You doing all right?" Compared to what?
You said you chicken souped it. Do you mind looking that up in Urban Dictionary for us real quick, just in
Let's mark
case?
it down. Let's get aggressive.
No, I was kidding. You don't have to do it.
We'll mark it. Mark it at 8, dude. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you're new to our YouTube or our Twitch channels, please, goddamn it, please.
Did y'all talk before the show? Say you're gonna wear jackets? Like,
We got jackets, baby.
This is the old Girl Man Record Night outfit.
Like it.
That's a guest jacket.
Yeah, I wore this.
he looks like Johnny Carson.
Yes, so people, because I thought people might confuse me with bananas,
Yeah.
and that'll make for some good television.
Absolutely.
Well, when
So-
he wears this hat, you have to wear your hat.
Let's stick
I might
it
take
back.
it off though. No, what I was saying about the Les McCann record though is that I might not have given it the chance that it deserved. You know what I mean? I had to like listen to that and take it in to really appreciate it.
Sure.
And I might have just written it off on account of that cover if I just sort of come across it myself. So that is a Grown Man Record Night find for me. And North Carolina is fucking fantastic.
Oh, my
But I
God.
might not have made it there. That's the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
I make these snap decisions.
So many records. That is the real like ball grabber of collecting records for me out of all these years. It's not the amount of records that I've got all over here. It's not the fun that we've had on the program. It's these records that I would have never heard otherwise.
Yeah,
Fucking A.
absolutely.
The jazz guy that's like, "Oh, bro, you've never heard of Ornette Coleman?" Or the rock guy that's been like, "You don't know, you like Metallica? You've never heard of Celtic Frost?" Or whatever.
Yeah.
Country guy that's like, "You've never really sit down and listened to a Buck Owens or a Waylon Jennings record?"
But the corollary of that for me is that it kind of drove me back into my own collection some more too, because I hear people talking about this record or that record, and I go, I have that. I haven't played it in like 4 years. I wonder, I should pull that out again,
There's been times
So
where
find shit I forgot about.
red flags have went up. It's like, I'm moving too fast. Sometimes the record collecting hobby can move too freaking fast.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to slow it down. Throw a freaking slow down on that shit.
I'll tell you though, I do spend
Listen
a
to your
lot of
own
time
records.
listening to records. I'm actually surprised by how little time some the VC guys spend listening to records.
I'm terrible about it.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have your business. I'm not like,
I also do that so when I do this, to me it feels like going to Disneyland every Friday night.
that is awesome.
You mean we're going to listen to records tonight?
Yeah.
If it's a Tuesday, when I could watch like a bullshit network sitcom, or
Yes.
balance my checkbook, or go listen to
Yeah.
a couple of records, and I'll choose like one of those. But like when it's Friday, and fucking Jay's coming over, and
Did you
fucking
watch-
Steve's coming over later, and holy shit, Metal Theologian's coming over. It's like we're gonna put some records on, and it's gonna get aggressive, and we're all gonna enjoy it, and anybody that wants to debate it.
Did you watch Alice last night
Step-
with Telly Savalas?
Get on the
I
mic,
can't I
Jay.
can't get Alice nowadays, Jay.
You can.
No, it's
Although
the
it's
channel I
on the
watch
other
Alice
mountain.
on is all fucked on my
It's on the other
TV.
mountain. It's on the other mountain.
It's on the other mountain. I
Jay needs
can't.
to tell us about the next record.
Jay, tell us about this record.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this
It
fucking
doesn't
Stick
record.
work.
that- no.
It doesn't work.
This doesn't work.
Just
He'll
repeat
be
after-
able to speak up.
Just repeat after me.
Okay, I'll repeat after Jay
All
because
right.
the other mic's not
This
working.
was a riding easy.
Okay.
3 for 25.
Watch your feet.
You can
Watch
tell
your
them
feet.
The story.
Okay, Riding Easy Records, which is one of our favorite record labels here on Grown Man Record Night, a great stoner doom label. They're the home of Monolord, R.I.P., and some other jams. Had this deal where you could pay $25 and get 3 random records out of their catalog. Jay chose to do that deal, which is a great deal because all the bands are
I
not.
didn't have any of the
None of
records
them are
either.
shit balls.
Color button?
Yeah,
And
right.
one of the records Jay pulled out of here was Spellbinder.
Spelled jam.
Spell-
That one looks
Jammer?
so
I'm
cool.
sorry.
I mean, that's an awesome looking
And it was
record.
like It was like one of my top 5 that I was going to buy outright anyway.
He was gonna buy it anyway.
It sounds like sleep. Let me just cut to the chase.
It's
It
really
sounds
good.
like sleep, and there ain't nothing in the GD world wrong with that.
Cool logo for Ride.
Well, you're the stoner doom expert. I don't think I finished telling you about Sun before, did I?
Oh no, I don't think
I
so.
think the B-sides got
Yeah, they're opening for Celtic Frost, and I've never seen so many middle fingers in the air at a show.
Really?
Like half the audience was like this.
Like legit.
Like boo, boo. Like half the audience at the Fillmore in San Francisco.
Legit, like hate it.
And that was when I decided that I liked Sun, because I was like, you know, they're doing something right.
I want to go to a Sun show to just.
If you're getting middle fingers, you're doing it right.
If you're getting half the audience's middle fingers, if you're getting a couple middle fingers, you're just playing a show. You're getting fucking half of a decent-sized crowd. They're all giving you
yeah.
a finger. Admittedly, between Goat Whore and Celtic Frost. But still, man, I was like, God damn. Newfound respect for these cats. I don't own anything by them, but you're not going to hear me talking shit about them.
It hits like I don't know if you remember like bass tapes back in the 90s, like things that make your subs go to the absolute bottom level to where you like
Wow.
feel it.
I was too cheap for that shit. I was buying records.
And it was like corny, not even like good hip hop. It was just like notes of like DJ Magic Mike.
Yeah.
DJ Magic Mike, make the car go boom, and the boom would make your
forgot about
fucking
that.
like oh. That's how Sun is. They play these like dun 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 dun. Boom.
Yeah, that's what it was like,
And
too.
when they hit that, you just go limp.
So that with all the fucking smoke from the smoke machines, and they're standing there in their robes, it was pretty awesome, man. I got to give them credit. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that bass, though, you know, when I was in like, I think I was in kindergarten,
Yeah.
we had an assembly, and yeah, we were like, it was like in the gym, right? So we were all sitting there, and they were like, there was this band playing. It was like, I mean, I don't know, it,
Yeah.
like, it must have been the school marching band or something, but it was kindergarten, so who knows? Anyway, so someone dared me to say, they said, hey, it's so loud, it's making my wiener shake. That was the way he phrased it. And even at like age 6 or whatever, I thought that was a funny thing to say. I mean, I knew the word vibrate, you know. So he dared me to like raise my hand and say something. So they took questions about it, and I stood up and raised my hand and said, you know, the music was so loud it was making my wiener shake in front of the whole school. I think I got in trouble, but I don't
That's
remember.
awesome. Dude, I used to, when I was in elementary school, my parents were pretty lax in terms of like, oh, you shouldn't watch this. This is not for a.
Yeah, that's like me
I
as
would-
a parent.
I would memorize Richard Pryor routines from the late 70s and early 80s.
I bet your parents loved it.
I'll leave it at that. No. They knew nothing of it.
Oh, okay.
I would go to school. It's like, oh, little Michael Miller, what do you have to say about it? Oh, well, or something. And everybody's like, what? It was a problem. Anyway,
Did you get in trouble?
I did.
Next record.
When I was in first grade,
Uh.
we got pieces of like vinyl and yarn to bind together our own books.
Uh-huh.
I made a Playboy magazine. Stick figures of. I do stick figures with boobs, and at the bottom I wrote captions. The caption read, "I like naked girls." NEKKIDDD.
Jesus, that's funny.
I like naked girls. Mikey Bananas, circa 1983.
Were you getting aggressive for 1983?
Oh, fucking A, dude. No, but the year before that, I got in trouble for sexual harassment.
Really?
Yeah.
I got in trouble for looking up a girl's dress.
I was in kindergarten, and I told a girl, actually, her parents live across the street from me, that I was a volunteer fireman. I was 5 years old. No. I'm a volunteer. I don't know if you understand what that means or not. I got a little bit of clout in the community. As a 5-year-old gentleman, if you want to get in on the spaghetti supper, front of the line, talk to this guy. Your house is on fire? You have a little kitchen fire you need to put out.
Spaghetti supper.
Numero uno, right over here.
All right.
I'm sorry,
So what
Steve.
do you want?
You're drinking some of this.
No.
Hey, you folks on Twitch, please, for God's sakes, hit that follow button. Steve.
I've been aggressive.
Steve's already been aggressive. Hit that follow button.
Aggressive.
And then the folks on YouTube, hit that subscribe. We appreciate you. We got people driving hours to come hang out with us. Hit buttons, for Christ's sakes. That don't take nothing about it.
You got 32 people on YouTube.
I know, Jay.
That's
That's all Tom.
I know about it.
We should take a show on the road.
That's what I'm saying.
like a
Generator.
we could have revivals.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of revivals, man, I tried calling the prayer line a couple times.
Got a
Get
busy signal?
No, I got voicemail. And it was like a generic voicemail too, I think.
I'm not going to interpret that and make a statement about that, but
You
we
know,
played a
some
Buddy Miles record.
Buddy Hoyle.
So
Buddy Hoyle
you
record.
see all his family's records up there on the shelf.
Yeah. Oh, I laughed when I
Isn't that
walked
cool?
in. Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
They're just like me, all of them.
You mean Jesus or your family?
My family. Some
There's
of them.
Jesus on the record cover.
Buddy Miles, we got to live together.
For the
I've
Twitch
not-
stream.
I've not played this in
This is in
so long.
pieces, so I gotta go.
This is when you guys walked in, actually.
Well, actually, all you had was this, and we were trying to figure out what it was because it doesn't say anything.
That's funny.
But I looked at the record, and then I looked on the shelf, and I found the front of the record, so
Yeah.
nobody hears that.
See, I completely missed that one because I was meeting Mikey Bananas for the first time, and I was hanging out with Steve Fever.
You didn't sit on Steve's toilet.
It's a religious experience.
No, I was already done with Steve's toilet by
Did
then.
he show you his keys?
Steve's toilet was probably
Oh,
still
you didn't see
crying,
Steve's
but
key.
That's a new segment we got coming up.
what?
Let's
Butthole
tease it.
speak?
No. It's called Steve's Keys. Where
You have
Steve,
you have the graphic?
no,
I'll send
Steve has a
I'll send it
large
to you.
ring of keys,
I'll send it to you.
and per week we're going to say, he's going to fold through and say, this one goes to my garage, and this one is,
Don't give away the secret of it.
that's my parents' lawnmower shed. That goes to my car.
There's more to it than that.
That's Steve's keys.
What, are you going to tell stories or something?
That's Steve's
I'll
keys.
just show it on the air right.
Yeah, just do it. Come
Would
on.
you guys like to see Steve's keys?
I'd like to get aggressive.
Fucking right. Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Tell me if it fits.
Oh yeah, look at that. Get up closer. That's not aggressive enough. Go down a little bit. Freeze it.
That's funny.
That's Steve's keys.
That's pretty good graphic, man.
You recognize that painting in the back?
I can't see shit. Is that the one?
Hopefully it's
That's the one-
Addictions by
that's the
Michelle
one you saw
Barnes.
in my living room. That 6-foot painting in the living room.
Oh, you know something that
Alright.
looked like a movie still.
Something's flicking. Somebody
Who,
on the cable?
is that you
No?
holding the keys? It's funny.
Somebody's on
I
the
couldn't
cable.
even see that much.
I'm on a piece
Okay.
of parchment.
Flicking.
I'm okay.
Camera's flicking.
Flicking?
Steve, you put this record on.
I did.
Is that mic not
That
working?
mic's not working.
Not
That
at
was a
all?
good record to put on.
Yeah, the meters,
1975,
75.
Fire on the Bayou.
Fire on the Bayou. This is a 180 gram reissue from
Yeah.
2013, I'm
I
guessing.
forget.
I'm sure the chat will let us know.
You know, I saw a T-shirt on someone's Facebook that said "Vinyls sound better on a Crosley." I wish they were selling those. I like that so much. I thought about actually just making some up myself and trying to sell them to the guys.
You know
or just
about-
making them.
I don't know what year.
You saw my
think
rant
that's like
about that
75
last
something
week,
cents.
Oh,
right?
yeah, the album's 75, but the reissue, we don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't it say that Rhino sticker on the back?
No, it just says manufactured
Yeah.
by Rhino.
Okay.
You heard my rant about the Crosley last week, right?
Oh yeah, totally. About just shitting on people trying to get into
the
it. for the first-
assholes and trying to make everybody
Dude,
feel bad about
you know
their...
something? I couldn't agree with you more about that. I talk a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I just said some shit
Oh
about
yeah, I'll
Michael
talk
Jackson.
shit about you
Yeah.
in a
Well,
heartbeat.
I don't just
but
talk shit about people. I'll talk shit about records all day long
Yeah.
and about other bullshit.
One day I'm going to buy it, too.
But I'm not into like. Well, I mean, I never talk about gear first of all, right?
no,
And Yeah, I'm not gonna shit on somebody for liking that sort of thing. I couldn't agree more, man.
Yeah.
Someone's enjoying it. Yeah, okay. Maybe if you want to look at it metaphysically, it kind of sucks that they're fucking playing the record on a Crosley that's gonna wear it down a little bit. But if you're gonna go there, then it sucks to be listening to records at all because they're fucking petroleum products.
Oh, dude, and
And we're fucking making the world go to hell by
if that
extracting the
becomes
shit.
like your
so.
hobby, you'll figure it out in like a year or two. Or I mean, of course
Yeah,
you will.
well, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. It's like, why
This
be
is
an
how it
asshole
works.
about something like that?
This is the 51st anniversary of Blue Cheer's. This is Steve's record.
It's the big 5-1.
5-1.
Europeum.
That's easy for you to
We
say.
listened to side 2.
You know, that's one of the records when I say, so you asked me for stories and I've got a shitload. When I was working at the record store in Cleveland, we got a copy of that in and I was like,
Phil,
I really want this, but so I'm going to hold out for a better copy. I didn't see one again for years. And that was, so
Really?
that taught
Yeah.
me, I mean, eventually I found one, right? But yeah, that's when I said, you know something? I was fucking stupid to hold out for better copies. So I'm not going to play this mint
oh,
free
gee,
game.
baby.
I have done that so many times. Even like recently, one of Beck's recent releases, and I was like, oh, I'd love to have that. And then I didn't buy the first press, and then like months come out, and someone's like, well, you realize the first press is going for $65, $70, $80. And I'm like, it's a record I was going to buy anyway. I should have just went and bought the first press and said, I knew I was going to buy it.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't buy it. You know, 'cause
Really?
I'm cheap about it.
Oh, yeah.
But I had good intentions. Steve,
So you said this date on 1968.
yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
But anyway, then you played this record album.
Yeah.
What's that about? Get it up there, aggressive speak.
It's their first album.
Yep.
Is it? How about that? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I mean, I don't know them very well.
What year is this? 78.
I know they're getting aggressive on the back
A&M.
there.
The U.S. I think they're in England. The issue was just Squeeze, and then in U.S. they put UK Squeeze because there's another band called Squeeze,
Oh, interesting.
and it has "Take Me I'm Yours" on it, which is one of their like hits. I guess you call it hit. College radio, I guess.
You know what I
I saw
unfairly...
these guys at the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
Really?
It was great. It was a great show.
You know what I unfairly hold against that band? For some reason, they always make me think of the Smithereens, and I fucking hate the Smithereens.
They're nothing like that.
They're nothing like that. And so when you put that record on, I was actually like, wow, this was kind of good.
Jules Holland.
I was like, oh shit, Fever's putting on a record I'm going to have to be polite about. And then it was actually good.
Jay brought Death, Symbolic, which is an incredible
I
record.
just bought a few metal records because we had a metal theologian in the house.
Yeah, that's right. Jay brought some metal records because he felt like he needed to. And a grown
That's all
metal
good,
record night
man.
staple, The End Sound from Gary McFarland. One of the first, in addition to Les McCann, Gary McFarland. That's a grown man record night just right up your Buddy Hoyle.
The old Black and Silver Verve.
Black and Silver Verve. Man,
Isn't that like one of the first records you ever bought?
it's up there. My
Like within the
collection
first
was-
100? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
short.
about 100
It's a
records,
great
yeah.
record.
Short collection for sure
awesome.
before that.
Here he is, right here, playing the vibe.
Now, you know what I still have that I had within my first 100 was my copy of Deep Purple and Rock.
Oh,
Really?
Child in Time.
I actually bought another
Wasn't that
copy
the
of that recently.
Fireball album?
That
71.
I love that record.
That was up for one because we're doing the 71 show, and everybody's like, "What?"
Get on the mic, Jay. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody could fall on anything in Fireball that we should do that would be like, "Yeah, we should do that."
I just
What about
went
the
to
Mule? Or
I
what
just-
about fucking what's that song? Fools, dude. That's like the best song they ever did. It's so fucking dark, man. Have you listened to that thing? That's like some evil shit, man.
I just went to the Dig of the Week graphic.
Oh, really?
Oh shit.
That's
I hope
everything we
if
played?
only we had some digs. Is that everything we played?
What do we got? Yeah, that's everything we
I
played.
got a couple.
All right, bust them out.
You've got a couple.
Yeah, I have a couple. I don't have much to say about them though, because I'm guessing. No, fuck it. We'll
You
just
gonna
do it.
hold
What the
yours?
hell?
It's possible.
Local season will be here.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
not-
going to be here next week.
I'm not going to be here next week either. How about we see Jay's
do 'em.
fucking records?
What you got, Jay?
Let me go first.
If you want to. You got to get a mic, though.
All right.
Yeah, get on the mic, Jay. You know, so, last week I was watching the show and like it was laggy,
Yeah.
and it was like
like-
bananas talking and then some silence for a minute, and then bananas saying something else.
getting
Like, oh, I
mad
think
about
Jay's talking right now.
No. Grab a hold of it, man.
That's like the
Oh my God,
people's
I got-
microphone. You know what they were doing at Occupy Wall Street?
Here you go.
Oh, is that a dig, man? I was
Thank
looking
you.
at the back cover of that. That's a cool. I'm awesome,
That
man.
was today.
Get
So,
close, Jay.
Okay.
I bought these Ride and Easy deal, like the 3 for $25, and I got this one which I'm not that familiar with. Hold on, Michael. I gotta see the name of it. The it's called Spiral Shade. You ever heard of them?
Spiral Shades.
It's kind of an alternative hard rock, but kind of indie sound at the same time.
Can I take a look at that when you're on with it?
What's that?
Oh, I just want to take a look at it when you got a show on it.
Yeah, it's a
like
Thanks, man.
underside dice and
it's a
stuff.
double LP though, and I listened to some of it and it sounds pretty freaking good.
What is it, like metal?
No, like hard rock indie kind of.
Yeah, I know fuck all about this stuff. I probably should know more about it.
Yeah.
I can hang on to it.
Anybody?
if you want. But
I'm not answering people in the chat like I should be.
And then
my phone's in the charger, so.
Sorry, everybody.
then this one's called by a band called Aleph Knoll, and it's called Nocturnal. And I
Okay.
couldn't find anything out about this. Like it's not on iTunes, so I haven't sampled it yet.
Okay.
I'll probably listen to it this weekend. It looks kind of
Looks cool.
satanic,
I don't think I'm in the chat.
I like satanic.
but yeah. So
Make sure you're logged in.
I'll go to YouTube.
You can do that too.
and finally, we were
Same
talking.
chat?
You made a joke last week.
I made a joke.
Yeah, that I was gonna go buy an Ace Frehley record,
Yeah,
and
probably.
he got one in.
Okay.
So, but the cool thing is, this is Ace Frehley's Greatest Hits Live. It is a new old stock from Megaforce he got. Yeah, from 2008, new old stock.
Oh, there's less of a
And
lag on
so
YouTube.
it's pretty freaking cool.
Greatest hits. Got one
Hey.
long track.
Yeah, so I was pretty stoked to pick that up. It's got a lot of Kiss songs on it too. Like it's got the stuff he did with the solo album in '78.
Of course it does, Jay.
Well, so,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. Of course it does, though.
All right,
What else
that's
you
all
got?
I got. That's all I got.
I got no microphone.
That's all I got.
Oh shit.
Steve, get on it.
Whose turn?
Get.
You told me to check the chat.
B.
No, go ahead. I'll
Aggressive.
keep an eye on the
B,
chat, though.
E, aggressive. B. Aggressive. B. E. Aggressive. B.
All right, so-
AGGRESSIVE. Aggressive.
All right, so I was out today with my good friend Metal Theologian, and we hit a couple places. First place I didn't buy. I knew I got to make my dollar last throughout the whole weekend. We plan on doing some more digging tomorrow, and so we went to Underdog. I didn't buy anything, but saw some stuff I was curious about. Took him to another place, Earshot, which is near my house.
Okay.
Introduced him to Fred with a PH, and
Yeah.
I found this. It says the Commodore years, the tenor sax,
Oh.
Coleman Hawkins, and Frank West. I don't know much about Frank West, but I know a lot about. Well, I don't know a lot
I
about.
don't think I even know who he
But
is.
it's basically two separate discs. One's Frank West, one's Coleman Hawkins. They don't play together, I don't think. Pretty cool. I
label's
don't
that
know
on?
anything about it.
Sounds like a bitchin' record.
Is that on Columbia?
Bitchin' record,
It's
bro.
on
Commodore.
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 It's on Atlantic is what it's on, but it's
big stock, right?
the Commodore
That's funny.
years, but it's on Atlantic, so definitely reissue stuff.
That's command.
Sometime during this week, I went over to a bookstore that sells records and did a quick dig through new used vinyl. They had the sealed Four Men with Beards copy of the Violent Femmes Hollowed Ground.
Wow.
Okay.
And I had this on either cassette or, yeah, I had this on cassette when I was in college, and I really enjoyed it. So I had to pick that up because, you know, it was in their used section, but it's, you know, it's sealed from probably 2014, I think, maybe. Last
Was
but
that
not
an Obi
least,
strip on the back?
what's that?
That isn't like an Obi strip on the back, is it? No, it's just printed that way.
Yeah. Last but not least, I got a copy of Hot Rats, which I did not have. I need to expand my Zappa collection, and this is actually one of my favorite Frank Zappa albums. Mostly instrumental.
that.
You have it.
Yeah.
You have it.
I think you have it too.
Peaches and Regalia, and you know, there's only one song that's got vocals, and it's Captain Beefheart singing. I forget what it is, but It's probably the weakest song on the whole record. The rest of it's just tremendous instrumental.
It's a great record.
That fusion sound is something I kind of came around on relatively recently too. You know, I think I did that since I was making videos too, actually, because I used to hate any fusion, and that was kind of
Oh yeah.
that was a little bit too much. But man, when I came around on that record, I came around it fucking hard.
That's what I was talking about last week. Like, I would have never bought the Dixie Dregs if it wasn't for Steve Fever.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the sound of that. I thought it would have been some bullshit bluegrass garbage. And he's like, no, it's like a great fusion. Steve Morrison, da da da. And I'm like, oh, what? And I bought it. I'm like, what? This is like the southern version of Jean-Luc Ponty.
Or
Jean
I mean,
McLaughlin.
You know, that was another thing that didn't exactly help. Was reading, Mahavishnu. Oh,
Mahavishnu Orchestra, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
do you like Birds of Fire?
Yeah, you hate.
I still don't like that record.
Come on,
Is
man.
that the live one?
Come on.
I don't know. That's the one that people talk about. I don't even remember if it's live or not, but I've had it once or twice.
Yeah.
I kind of like the first record with the flame on it, but man, Birds of Fire, I've never been able to do.
I think
You
the
know.
Flame one's better. I think Birds might be a live album. Maybe not as recorded as well.
Yeah, but if it's jazz, man, that's first of all, it's live in the studio most of the time anyway. You know.
Noble Record says Killer Hawkwind shirt, bro. Thanks for joining us, man.
Oh, I did want to mention something.
Vinyl Richie's joining us.
All
Bill's
right.
Box of Sound is on the chat. Hey, man, thanks everybody for joining us. This is really special, and we appreciate everybody joining us. It's the highest viewer content we've ever had, so hit that like and subscribe. And if you're over on Twitch, go to the Twitch channel and hit follow. And
Aaron will have to come every Friday night.
you just got to keep coming, man. That's what it's all about.
I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Yeah, we'll give you a doctor's note. I mean, let's be honest. 2019. This is not 2007. So the years of being a pussy and just not doing what you're supposed to do, they're gone. You got to get connected. You got to get social. You got to get aggressive. It's 2019. Find us up. Follow us. Let's get real.
Hey, let me borrow your mic for a second. I want to mention something.
Sure, Steve. I don't want to talk anymore. I don't like talking.
I don't have a graphic to show, but last Sunday, when you guys were probably watching wrestling or whatever, King Crimson was celebrating their 50th birthday.
Sure.
And in honor of that, every week for the next 50 weeks, they're releasing like a rare track or some kind of unusual thing with introduction by their producer. And it's pretty cool. Last week's had something to do with, it was the radio edit of In the Core of the Crimson King, I think.
Wow.
No, 21st Schizoid Man. That's what it was. But they have a radio edit, and it came out in '91 or something like that. And so every week now they're going to do that. And there's a lot of reissues coming out and really cool stuff. So they said just kind of keep your eye on all the King Crimson stuff you're coming out to see, because it's going to be some pretty cool shit. So that's what I wanted to say.
Okay. I wasn't going to mention that, but, you know, ECM released a
You could mention it.
50th anniversary collection of ECM is coming out on CD.
What's on it? I bet it's not the good shit they put out.
Well,
There's some really good ECM records, actually. I gotta tell you, fuck, I don't remember who it was now, but there was someone who set me straight on that shit. Now, it doesn't mean 90% of what they put out doesn't suck,
sure.
but that 10%, some of it's really good. So maybe
Since
5%.
1969, ECM stands for pioneering in continuous music production, an anniversary which prompts reflections upon the journey so far. The Touchtone series, which is coming out,
Yeah, it shouldn't be
of
that way, though.
reissues, highlights albums made along the way, includes many recordings which now count as milestones in the history of jazz and improvisation.
There are a couple. I don't know if I'd say many. You know, I think if you compare ECM to Strata East, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But like that Dave Holland record with the Birds, that's some really good shit,
Yeah.
man. Some of
Also-
this Paul Motion solo
Also
albums.
float this out there. Oh, what's this here now?
It's Absinthe, right?
Bandcamp is starting a physical brick and mortar record store.
No way. Where?
Area.
New York? A Bay Area, really?
I'm pretty sure.
God damn.
What are they going to sell?
I'll get it nailed down.
Yeah, I'd like to know where it is, but you don't have to like go online and look for
Oh,
it.
baby, I'm ready to just strike like a fucking cobra on this shit. When it comes to news and getting down on it, cobra strike.
Yeah.
You can back away, or you can get away from it.
I'll call you Mikey Cobra Bananas for nothing.
Hey, is Nate Bouchard in the chat, man?
The brick and mortar location will open for business on 1st of February. Oakland.
Oh, okay.
We're thrilled to join the thriving Oakland arts community that includes artists and labels such as the Sivan, J-Stone, N5MD, Slumberland Records, Shared Bandcamp.
Oakland become a trendy place?
So it's got
Everything else in the Bay Area
You can
has.
see the pictures, you know.
If
do you
Oakland
think about
has it, it's
that?
about time. I don't really have an opinion, man. I mean, I don't know.
Were you ever there for an earthquake?
No big earthquakes.
The 89.
Yeah, that was before I went out there.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What is it?
Yeah, Bandcamp. I mean, I've got no beef with Bandcamp. They seem good. I like the
No.
fact that you can stream shit
I mean-
and buy shit, but it's weird to think of them having a record store. I don't even know what to envision.
Physical brick and mortar. That's
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, it seems like half
I mean,
the
we're going
deal
to
is
put the
streaming.
things we've been recording, we're going to put them on Bandcamp, and then we're going to offer some sort of physical manifestation of thereof.
Yeah. ...
Then that's therefore, not thereof.
See, that's the thing. So in their shop, are they ever going to have like a lathe cutter or something like that? So like if you want a physical, if you listen to it, like you go, oh yeah, I like that, I want to buy that, and they fucking cut you one right then and there?
You sure you do?
Not yet.
Let's get on it. What you
You want
got?
to get on it?
Let's get on it.
Is Nate Bouchard in the chat? I want to know if he's playing the game.
Oh, is Nate Bouchard in the chat?
Nate,
He was in there.
so-
Nate, get on there. Oh my God, I got a pee so bad.
Really?
Sorry.
Do you? I'll tell a story, man.
No, it's all right.
It's okay. All right.
I can hold it for hours. I'm a fucking survivor.
I did hold it for hours when I was driving here, man. Fucking Charlotte. Okay, anyway. Yeah, here, we'll get aggressive here. If you're going to take a whiz, man, I'll tell some fucking
Oh,
stories.
it's all right. I'll hold it.
I got
till-
more stories about kindergarten.
I'll hold it till after MLK passed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got a hat.
Yeah.
I'll take it off.
All right, so we went to Underdog,
Yeah.
and I was happy to throw a little business that dude's way. And I don't really know what to say about these. Some listened to me yet. They're still sealed. I don't know a fucking thing about them, really. But I remember seeing this one around a lot, and it looked cool, and it was one that I kind of intended to check out and never really got to.
Dude.
And there it was, and the guy at the shop, Jonathan, he swears that I'm going to know the hit on this one.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I think Beaver said the same thing, so,
Apache?
yeah, Apache.
Incredible bongo band. Been sampled by more hip hop artists than.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, it's funny, it's like I'm expecting there's going to be an
Think-
old friend in there.
Yeah,
Planet
music,
Rock.
This music was produced for film, for B-movie.
Africa Bambaataa, Planet
The
Rock.
monster with two heads or something. What did you say it was? Monster? with two
The
heads?
thing with two heads?
Thing with two heads.
That was a classic
Yeah,
movie.
Michael
dude.
Viner was a MGM guy.
All right,
What
man,
else you
thanks.
got?
And this other one, I actually never heard of. Okay, so this is what I'm, you know. So I always talk about shopping by label and how I do that. So
Sure.
I saw this one on Mr. Bongo, right? And they also had a copy of the Skull Snaps record on Mr. Bongo, which
Yep.
is a Grown Man Record Night favorite. And that was a favorite of mine anyway, before I found Grown Man Record. It's a fucking fantastic record if you know Skull Snaps. But anyway, so there was those, and there was this one too. And I have no idea what this is, except that they have some excellent mustaches, just like me.
Hell yeah.
Is it the same label, Mr. Bongo?
A same reissue label, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I figure if they had the taste to do this and
Space.
Skull Snaps, give it a shot. So the guy actually
Man.
played me a little piece of it at the shop, and I liked what I heard, but, you know, I only listened to it for like a minute or two. What I really want to do is take it home and take in the whole record, so that's how I take chances
Yeah,
with shit,
sure,
you
of
know.
course, of
70.
course.
Go big or go home.
75.
So it's possible that'll suck, but it has the, you know, I mean, the thing says it's like a soul jazz thing. It's like a funky soul jazz thing.
Yeah.
He played some of it for you.
Well, we can do it in a bit, sure, but, you know.
Hell yeah.
In any case, thanks.
That's great.
Looking forward to it, yeah.
What else we
so.
What's in the bag?
In your sack? You know, I had a
My
friend in
sack.
San Francisco who had one ball.
Yeah, I had a friend that had one ball. He played baseball and he was an asshole.
Really? The guy I knew was really cool,
What's that
but
guy's name?
Eddie Arkville.
No. The
One ball.
he bragged
Scott?
about it.
Oh, it was Scott Robbins.
Scott Robbins, asshole. Fuck you, Scott Robbins.
My friend was
He used to punch me.
he
in
used
the
to
arm.
brag about it, how he only had one ball.
He used to punch
And
me
his
in the
name was
arm.
David, and he was in a relationship with a guy named Dave.
Okay.
No joke, Dave and David.
I got two cousins that are brothers, and then John and Jonathan.
Are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious.
I thought you were
I
going
don't
to say
get-
George Foreman and
I don't
George
get
Foreman.
anything but fucking dead serious, and that's number one for me. John and Jonathan, number one serious for me. All right, so these are presents. Do I
For
need
the
to,
show, you know?
I need to pull the VCLT graphic out.
Well, I guess so, except it should be a car instead of a fucking train. Because I drove them here.
But it's a train. Vinyl Community Love Train. Everybody in the VC should feel free to use this graphic to their own advantage. You can pay me as little or
Bitcoin.
as much.
Bitcoin.
Have you noticed how when someone like
As
really to talk
much.
about Bitcoin, that person's generally a prick?
As much as you want to. You can pay me as much. You can't pay me what you want to. You can pay me as much as you want to for that graphic. It's America. I'm sorry, everybody. What do we got here?
I think we've got some grown man business is what we've got right there.
Larry Willis, Inner Crisis,
That's what.
Groove Merchant. I
Yeah.
know about some Groove Merchant now.
See, I turned on to that one when I was buying anything on Groove Merchant, but that
Whoa.
was like one of the best ones, I thought. So
Look at this cat. Dude,
Yeah.
if this doesn't have Grown Man Record Night tattooed all over its butthole, I mean, let's just
yeah,
look at the back.
he's
dude.
not smoking a cigarette,
He's not smoking a cigarette,
but he's
look
up
at
to
the
some
back.
grown man business on the back
He
there
is.
for
Look
sure.
at the back of that. Contemplating.
Can you see that, or is it too dark?
It ain't my kid.
Oh, there, look at that. Ooh, yeah.
It ain't my kid. It ain't my kid.
Hey now.
It ain't my kid. You can fuck off. It ain't my kid. That's what all those poses tell me. It ain't my
Right.
kid. It ain't my kid. That's awesome. What do we? Oh, I stuck this. Oh my god, I stuck it in my eyeball.
What do you stick in your eyeball?
Mm.
Pornography?
Oh, what's going on here? Look at where the camera's coming from. Check that connection. It's just a little suspect. Camera to extension.
Is he the
Easy.
Kachanga?
Oh yeah, it was a little.
It's a little uneasy.
Oh, shit.
It's a little uneasy. What is this here now?
That's Weldon Irvine, isn't
Weldon Irvine Cosmic Vortex. Holy what is this now?
it? It's some grown man business.
74 BMG.
Dude, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I fucking listened to that when I got my copy, and I was like, this is fucking great.
Whoa.
Actually, no, I heard part of it, and I was just like, it was cheap, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll just take 2 copies and save one for the show. And I haven't played it in like a year now, so I don't even fucking remember. But it was really good, I remember that, and we'll suspect we'll be finding out in a little bit.
Sure. Oh, we're going to play all these over on the Twitch channel when we get done with this program. That is crazy.
That one has the most vocals of these 3 records, though. That one's the most, like, sort of...
Okay.
That's the closest to just more like an R&B record than
Oh,
like a jazz record.
It looks fantastic, though.
But that would still be in the jazz section. I mean,
It's
these
got
are all, yeah.
It reminds me of like my dad. My dad's a little guy. He was like back in the day, 5'7", 155 pounds, Sansa slacks, satin jacket over a dress shirt,
Are you serious?
pistol in the pocket, disco dancing. You got a problem? You shot, son. You shot. Park it your parking lot. Shot, son. Little man, but with just badass. Tight haircut. Just get off me, Gore. Solid business all the way around. All right, what else we got here?
Listen, I got the fire in his van.
Oh my God, Melvin Jackson, Funky Soul. Guys, look at this.
Dude,
Whoa,
what
look
could I
at that.
possibly
No.
say about that that is
I
hasn't
don't
already been
know.
said by that cover?
The cover says it all.
Wow. I can't find a year. Let's just like quickly on this. Oh my Lord.
That is the only record that I have in my collection that has a stand-up bass with a wah-wah pedal on it.
Wow, that is incredible. That's got to be just off the chart bonkers. Wow. That has got to be just bonkers.
That fucking record is so goddamn good. You know what's funny is Limelight, like I'm geeking out over labels. I used to get like 20th century classical stuff on
The
Limelight.
second song on here is called Ma, she's making eyes at me.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
a standard, man. Yeah, totally.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, now's the time where we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with a Soda Speak and Chip Chat briefly. So I'm going to void my bowels, make some hot
Really?
caca. I'm going to go over to the chat and make some hot caca. No, I don't have a chat anymore. I deleted the chat.
How long have we been on?
Well,
Over 70 minutes.
an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
She said.
All these episodes end up on the YouTube channel. You can catch us live on Twitch, and we'll be playing music live on Twitch after this. I've got to go void my bowels.
I just want to bring to everyone's attention that Bananas took the time to say that, even though he's had to go to the bathroom for like the last 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Finish the script.
Yeah. That's important
dedication.
stuff. That's grown man business.
And I hit a certain age to where sometimes my number twos come out my number ones. And I don't know if that's necessarily a normal thing, but it's become a very convenient thing. When sometimes like, oh my God, I gotta piss, I've been drinking beer. And like, oh my God, I've got diarrhea. And oh my God, I don't have to sit down because both of them come up my dick hole. It's become so convenient for me as a grown man that it's just,
When I was like 4, I decided that like, actually I was probably younger. I was probably 2 or 3, but like, I decided that it was a waste of time to like take a shit.
yeah.
I was like, why the fuck do I want to do this? And like, if I just wait a while, the urge always passes anyway. So I'm just not going to do it anymore. Fuck that shit. And after a couple days, I was in pain, and I learned.
I had a chicken wing on the shitter, and I remember why you don't. I was like 3 years old, and it was one of those like, oh, this is why you don't eat while you're on the shitter.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, bacon. Now we're something meatier.
Delicious real meat sizzling.
Sizzling for breakfast in original pork or tasty beef.
Mr. Suntek O will now show you the powerful Cobra Punch.
Yeah! Punch through with a Cobra CV and be heard loud and clear. Handsome exterior belies powerful interior that consistently covers much distance because Cobra made to deliver a powerful punch. Also, made to take punch.
Punch through loud and clear with a Cobra.
You know what happens when a house catches on fire? It fills with suffocating smoke. But luckily, every room in your house has a crawlway about knee-high where the air is good. So by crawling, not running, out of a smoke-filled room, you breathe the good air down here and not the bad smoke up there. So remember, if there's a fire, use that crawlway. It's the best way out of a hot situation.
I got this last-minute call to work the 7 a.m. flight, and wouldn't you know it, everything went wrong. I was even out of my antiperspirant. But am I worried? Because I use Mitchum Roll-On. Mitchum is so effective, I could even skip a day. I mean, you may never have to, but it's nice to know Mitchum's so effective.
Mitchum, used as directed. Mitchum is so effective, you can even skip a day.
Oh, it's Carl.
Oh,
What?
You on the air?
Yep.
You're back?
We're getting there.
Oh, we're back, baby.
Are we back? So funny. You know what's
Okay.
weird is I see that little graphic on the monitor, like the thing coming up, but I can't hear the
Sure.
music. But I hear it in my head.
Of
So I've
course.
watched it so
That's
many
what I do.
times. Yeah.
Man, our camera's being all
Is it?
flicky. See that? Yeah. We got a little. Since you came to
Oh my God.
get aggressive. Since you came to visit us, we got a little gift basket.
Oh
for
shit!
you.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
got a-
God.
We got a gift basket. It's a grown man record night gift basket.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't know that either. Also, that I lost one of the sodas in the hallway and I can't find it. So we'll find it tomorrow when we're sober about it.
Look at that.
Yeah, we got a local NBC koozie.
Am I like? Should I not be showing this stuff?
No, you're fine.
It's all right. I don't work there. It's
Okay.
just something that
That is kind of what I was getting at.
I found it in a Goodwill. Food Lion. Do you guys have Food Lions in
We
Charleston?
do, but I haven't seen this. But I haven't been to a food. There's one near
It's
me.
their local craft brew.
We've done
Not bad.
We've done them, and they're good.
I have not had this before.
They're good. They're cheap and they're good.
That's awesome. That's a
Which
winning
is
combination.
what it's about.
All right. Got to show this.
You really bossy up.
Yeah, it's summer.
2-pack.
A 2-pack.
Mitchum.
It's a 2-pack of Mitchum.
It's the twin pack, special value.
Special value.
48 hour.
That's a lot of hours. For 2-pack.
That's a lot of hours.
Oh, holy shit, man! This is the shit right here.
I don't know much about that.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
know.
be honest with you. This sauce, when I did the little search, I'd not tried it before.
It looks legit.
It actually comes from the mountains. I thought it came from like around here. And then when I got back to the one at my desk and I Googled it, and I'm like, no, it's like, what is it? Columbus, North Carolina? That's the mountains.
It looks thicker than the Lexington stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not that.
Columbus,
It's not that.
North Carolina.
It's something else.
Well, you know, I've had a lot of Lexington style. I've never had this stuff.
That's like way up in the mountains. Local company, North Carolina all the way.
That's
and
awesome.
the other sauce is a sauce that I have no nostalgia for this. Now, this nostalgia, I grew up with this. Boar and Castle sauce, straight out of Greensboro, North Carolina, which is the
shit.
next big city.
That's like right up the street.
Yeah.
Like if I went out back and took a piss, I'd hit Greensboro.
This was a sauce that I bought growing up, somewhere between a Heinz 57 and an A1 and a something else.
Well, they were a hamburger.
What the
establishment
fuck?
back
Yeah.
in the
But
day.
if you go to
Oh,
Beef
okay.
Burger and you say dip it, this is what they dip it.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Legendarily a sauce from Greensboro, North Carolina. But then it went away, went bankrupt, went away. It was a 99-cent sauce. Came back as a fucking $4.99 sauce. Boutique, like, okay, well, we'll come back because people want us, but it's not like a normal staple kind of thing. Costs a lot of money to keep the thing going. So it's
Yeah.
like it became like a thing. And it really just tastes like childhood around. I was trying to find some things, if not everything, that kind of pulled a little bit of where we're at and what we're from. And it's,
I appreciate that a lot,
yeah,
man.
it's not,
whole, like,
not a lot of
local
that.
thing-
I know you've tried Cheerwine. I know you know
I'll drink
about
the shit out of Cheerwine.
yeah. So that's like not a that's close to here. The glass bottle Cheerwine's a big thing, but
Oh yeah.
I could have got Blenheims. I could have blah 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 blah. But this is all like this is the closest from here. And I know you're a smoked meat guy.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
am
I
a
figured
smoked meat guy.
a couple of sauces that are local to North Carolina would, and also in here, we can save them for chip chat if you want to. But like some wrap snacks are chips of the year from last year.
Oh yeah.
The wrap snacks.
That's awesome.
They've got the most junk per chip of any chip we have ever done on the show. So if it's like a barbecue, it's like freaking coated with barbecue.
If I remember
Wow.
those honey jalapeno ones,
The honey
really, really sweet.
They're incredible. All the wrap chips, despite the ridiculous names of the ridiculous wrappers on the ridiculous labels that they do, the chips
I think these
are
are legit.
fan.
These are the legit. That's Amigos. Right?
Get on the mic, Jay.
They're
Amigos.
fantastic.
Betty Wap.
Fetty Wap,
Bossman
even though
knows
I'm
who he
old.
is.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know who
Okay.
these fucking guys are, but
And
awesome, man.
came stacked with 4 rock stars on the bottom
Look at that.
to keep you going.
Keep the party moving, man.
Yeah.
Rockstar keeps the party moving. Jay, get us a
I threw a
sponsorship.
Leadneck show poster in there.
Okay.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that. No, this is awesome. I mean, here's the.
Yard.
I'm trying to think if I can show this without
There you
taking it
go.
all apart. There you go.
Rockstar.
Hooray!
We need all the advertising we can get.
So what's our soda that we're doing tonight? As we get into a soda speak.
Oh yeah.
Steve, what did you put in there in
Sauce.
terms of soda?
So Lester's Fixin' soda.
Lester's Fixins. Now,
Hey, I just gotta observe real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
Sure.
man, but this is smashed blue cotton candy,
yeah.
and that reminds me that you all need to smash that like button.
Smash that like.
Nice
Hit subscribe. Follow us on Twitter.
Go by Rockstar.
Not Twitter, I'm sorry. Yeah, Twitter and Twitch.
What about Instagram? Are you on there?
We're on there.
Yeah.
All the socials.
Man.
Let's get social
Need a bigger
about it.
box, a little bigger basket for that big box.
Get connected, get social, get aggressive. All of
Yeah,
them.
we can figure this out later. I'll set the shit down.
So I've been saving this for a long time.
Not
The-
really. It's just been kind of been thrown to the
No, it really has. This is one of those I've really been saving.
I had one I saved for a long time. It went flat.
Lester, we got a kombucha soda over there.
Oh no shit.
Years old.
Yeah.
We're all afraid of it.
Really? Oh, I will. I'll drink the shit out of it, man. Fucking bring that out here, man. I'll show you how a grown man does it.
It's not cold.
Who cares?
The mother's.
That's like a bonus. Fucking.
Okay, the mother's in there. But this one I've been looking for. I've been really looking forward to. This Lester's Fixins bacon with chocolate soda.
Now, is this the same brand as those other ones?
Yeah, we've done the buffalo wing soda from last week. Same brand.
I think I might have tried this one like years ago. I just gotta say too. Now that I'm here, by the way,
Vic.
it embarrasses me just a little bit when people are like, "Oh, you're the soda guy. You do the soda thing." I'm like, "No, I'm not.
The opener
Fucking,
on the wall.
I
Now-
imitate." That's funny. This fucking cat here.
That's-
Pure doctor, man. It's fucking pure doctor.
It's a pure doctor. If you want to try it,
enzymes, dude. You got enzymes.
yeah. I mean, if you want to try it, we'll videotape it.
Well, yeah, we'll do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, when it's in my gut, it has a shelf life.
But this bacon and chocolate soda.
I'm going to guess.
Oh, this really is old.
Because the other one's orange.
Why don't you carl it, man? For the rest
I
of
didn't
it?
carl it.
Did you
I
carl
didn't
it?
have to, but the second guy's got to carl it.
Oh, fuck it, man.
Oh,
Shit.
wow.
You backwash in here?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
You taste bacon?
That
yes,
dude's
sir.
awesome.
I don't want to say.
That's an easy thing.
Yeah?
to
All
get,
right.
though, isn't it?
What, bacon?
Yeah. For a
Oh,
scientist.
oh, wow.
Let me get a hand
There it is, and then there it
on that. I am
is.
going to carl it.
So you taste the one on the back end, you taste the other?
You taste both. There they are. It's Tootsie Roll.
It is Tootsie Roll. It's very
bacon
Tootsie Roll.
bits.
That is what it is. It's Tootsie Roll bacon bits.
It's Tootsie Roll bacon
but
bits.
here's the thing, man.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, you say Tootsie Roll, it sounds like, but no, man. That's like, this
Hold
tastes
that label
like,
up again if we could.
That's pretty good.
That's
this tastes
great.
like what a Tootsie Roll tastes like when you are really in the mood for a Tootsie Roll. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's when
It's
you
like, if it's
had it
hot.
in your pocket for a whole day. It's got that little meat on it.
Yeah, but you really want it to. It's not like it's at the bottom of the fucking Halloween bag and you're like, God damn it, it's either Tootsie Roll or nothing.
That's
It's
good.
like, I really want a
I don't
Tootsie
think
Roll
I've
right
ever had
now.
chocolate flavored soda before.
Tootsie Rolls
With the
remind
last
me of-
one?
Tootsie
Yeah,
Rolls
I'll take
remind
it,
me of
thanks.
my dad.
You know, there's a diet soda
That's the first one I've never recalled that.
that I've never not seen a diet of that's like chocolate. That's better than you would think. You think between chocolate and diet, it's like, it's going to be some fucked up shit. It's
Yeah.
good.
Mm,
That's a good soda.
that's up there.
That's the best soda we've done this
That's
year.
going to be tough to beat this year. I'll be honest with you.
Write that down so we don't forget it.
Right? Somebody clip this
Trish.
video. This will be.
You know these sodas.
I'm going to do
Oh,
this so the
shit.
video picks it up. This may be a soda of the year, even in freaking January. Mark it.
Yeah, we
Been
just took this
craving
fucker
market.
down.
Spinning them
Check that shit out.
That is fan.
That really is
freaking-
good, man.
Huh?
It's been a whole month.
Huh?
Where's that ranch one? Is that still in there?
I don't know if we. I don't think we chilled it. What are we doing for Chip Chat?
Well, I'm definitely curious to try these, but do you have something else in mind, or what are we doing?
What are we doing for Chip Chat?
Trisha sent us those Trader Joe's versions of the Dinamitas.
Trader Joe's. Okay. What do we got here?
Or do you want to go by age and do the ketchup?
No. What do we got? What do we got? You choose, Steve.
Let's do those.
We'll do a wrap
These?
snack while
We can do a wrap snack. You want to do a wrap snack?
You haven't had a wrap?
I haven't had any wraps.
Well, okay. We'll do one wrap snack and then
That's a really good one there.
we'll
The
get
honey
crazy.
jalapeno or the sour cream one?
We'll get honey jalapeno. Okay.
Yeah? Is that what we're going to do?
Who's the rapper on the front of this?
Isn't that Tupac?
No.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
I'm just kidding.
Who's Fetty
Doesn't look
Wap?
a thing like
Boss
Tupac.
Man was familiar with Fetty.
Boss Man was familiar with him. Okay.
I believe that.
That doesn't
Bossman's like,
alleviate my concerns, Jay, but appreciate it.
He knows his hip hop though.
Okay.
Let me see what we said about these chips last time around. Aaron Griffin's on the chat.
Okay, Aaron.
Dead Wax is on the chat. Dead Wax the Sound.
Yeah. Everybody's on the chat, Steve. It's a party.
Party.
Wow.
Come on in, join the team. Come on in for the big win.
join the team.
We're ready to come on in for the big win. You can join the team right now.
Nick Nack Fetty Wap.
You can join the team by just smashing that like button.
Everybody
Come on in.
football tomorrow?
You guys like sports?
That's how quiet it gets.
Yeah.
Especially because y'all like sports, right? I don't know a fucking thing, man. But let's talk about science.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sports.
Let's do it. So what are we doing? Wrap snacks.
Yeah, we're doing the honey jalapeno. I
Honey
think.
jalapeno. Let's check them out.
And it says that the serving is about 13 chips.
How many carbs are in those?
Go Chiefs. I hear you, Aaron. I'm pulling for you, bro. I like pulling for my friends' team, so I'm a Chiefs fan. This thing, because Aaron's a big Chiefs guy.
Yeah?
So I like pulling for friends' teams.
How does this
Especially
work?
when my team is out here. No, you get the first
I
one.
get the first one. All right.
What is this? Russia? You get the first one.
Oh wait, this is Vinyl Burger. I want to see the chip.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a chip guy the way you are. I just got to be honest. Like,
Okay.
that's my caveat. So my opinion might not be valid.
Look at all the stuff on that chip.
That is a lot of shit.
You see how
on
much stuff is on here?
there. It's shaped like a heart, too.
Oh my God.
Good God.
These were our chips of the year for last year.
Wow.
Were wrap snacks. For that.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I tried these.
The amount of stuff on
Am I here
them.
for that?
Before the first one we got.
You know something, man?
It's Sugar City. It's a convenience store chip. It's a, I'm on the road,
Here it is.
I'm drunk, I'm whatever.
I'm
Wrap
drinking and
snacks.
driving.
Yeah.
the
Wrap
South.
snacks are in the convenience store. And they will satisfy what you're after. You can be damn sure about it.
Sweet barbecue.
But this is more than that, man.
What up, Tambroni's joining us. What is up, brother? Brother?
Last time around, you said tons of shit. Maybe more than any chip I've seen. Like a spicy Wise barbecue. There's the honey, hot as shit, good chip. Can't explain how much shit is on here.
Let's look at all the shit that's on here. I love when you show the things up close. Here, let me know if I drop the mic or anything.
Special thanks to Sweet
We gotta
Tea
get you on the
for the chip sheet.
mailer.
Yeah,
Look at that texture. And look at the amount of shit on there. You
There's
see
a
all
lot
that
of
shit?
flavor.
it's crazy.
It's bursting with flavor.
I thought it was just gonna be the chip.
No,
and the date.
It's a quote.
That's
from
great. And so
That's a good chip, man.
It's a Excel file.
are we gonna do one? Let's do the Trisha chip.
Okay.
What's the other
Although
chip?
that was spicy, this is going to be spicy as well.
That's fine, man.
Maybe a stain. I want to know if it's a stainer.
Is this from Sweet Tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from Sweet Tea, who does our database. We appreciate the shit out
Here,
of
I'll
it.
let you introduce this one then.
Sweet. You do it,
If you're
Steve.
watching, get me on the database. I'm not in on it.
We're gonna make the.
What do you got? Wired in, get the clothing. Oh,
It's all part of it. See.
3-hour show.
so
3-hour
show. 3-hour show. All right, from Trader Joe's. Like, you guys have seen. We've even done a little video on the Dinamitas. I think Bananas tried to eat some soup with like a straw.
Can I pull that video in?
No.
Yeah.
No. But so they have Dinamitas, and then the more Hispanic store brands have Takis. This is a Taki, I think, but it's rolled corn tortilla chips, chili and lime flavored from Trader Joe's. They look like Dinamitas, not quite all the way rolled up, maybe.
Okay.
So let's check them out. I want to know if they stain your fingers like Dinamitas.
What is this, Chinese company?
Yeah.
So they look a lot like the Dinamitas.
Yeah, they do.
Not as red. Not as red, though. I'll say that.
You're not as red.
Make sure you get that texture.
Chili lime's a pretty popular flavor for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're hard.
Very crunchy.
That's one thing about these. They're a little light on crunch.
They look like pig peckers. You ever get a pig pecker real hard and it comes out the bottom of it?
They taste like they might be a little healthier than the Lay's brand.
Healthier?
Yeah, like the corn's like real corn.
These taste baked.
I see that liberal guy at the counter appreciating what I bought. Oh, I like what you got there. Those are great. I've had those. Those are wonderful.
If these are pig peckers.
When you go to Trader Joe's, they always compliment you on what the fuck's in your basket. They compliment you.
Way more corn flavor,
Man,
but still spicy.
I get nothing but compliments.
I don't think they'll
on what's in my
stain quite as
basket.
much, but they will still get on your fingers. Don't touch your pecker.
It's really
after.
corny. Don't touch my pecker.
Or pick your nose.
Like you really taste the corn in this more than the meat.
Really more corny than.
You're comparing these to Takis? Because Takis are like coated with shit. These are like really light by comparison, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised by the corn.
I hadn't had them before, so I didn't know what I was getting into.
Oh, totally good.
They're good.
They make me want to gleek. Huh.
Oh God.
Not me, man.
On my own face. I'm gleeking on my own face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
3,
That's new.
2, 1.
Oh wait, you're not on the mic.
No, we're starting the whole show over.
Was that a special effects or was that?
No.
Yeah, that was a computer graphic.
Thanks everybody for joining us on Grown Man Record Night. We're going to start with what we played again. We'll start the whole show over.
What do you want to start with?
3, 2,
Jackson album?
1.
My mouth feels funny about it. So we've had a great show this evening. It's been incredible. We appreciate Mel Theologian joining us, coming all the way up here, sharing his story with us, sharing his records with us. This whole fucking thing has been fantastic.
Sharing your testimony.
Testimony.
That's right, my testimony.
You know, we've had a lot of fun here tonight, folks. But if you want to really get saved for eternity, you'll come back tomorrow morning where we got a special program just for you. If you like cartoons,
We're gonna lift weights.
we're gonna lift weights. We're gonna rip phone books apart. You guys like weights? And we'll have cartoons, weights. You guys like weights? I'm a bencher.
Yeah,
You
how
got-
much do you bench?
You guys ever went down to the bencher program? The bencher program is always won by me. The bencher. They call me the bencher around here.
Champion.
Okay. Well, we appreciate everybody joining us. It's been an incredible time, incredible experience. Please, YouTube. We've got a new Twitter page, Instagram, Facebook. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. We're going to go over to the Twitch channel and do some more records for this evening. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have to stop down because YouTube will pinch us. But stay tuned, and we appreciate every last one of you here on this
They'll pinch us in
live
the ass.
and crazy, groundbreaking episode of Grown Man Record Night. So somebody come grab a hold of some of it.